Good morning, all the students of fifth standard, and we are learning fifth lessons of fifth standard EVS. Fifth lessons evaluations of mankind. This lesson we are learning evaluation of mankind here. Page number 19 is going on. Page number 19. We are learning here from the fifth lessons evaluations of the mankind. So in these lessons we have to study some points. Among that, first point, from Homo habilis to the Homo sapiens. From the Homo habilis toward the Homo sapiens, this one point is there, and from the Homo sapiens and civilizations, how the evolutions occurred in a mankind, that we have to study there. So from the Homo habilis toward the Homo sapiens, and from the Homo sapiens toward the civilizations, these points are there. So in the previous lessons we learnt that primitive man means early man, which were found into the African continent. So in the previous lessons we have studied about the primitive man or early man evolved from the apes. We know that our ancestors were apes, chimpanzees were there. They found into the African continent or into the African forest there, regions of the area. So in the previous lesson we have studied about the primitive man or early man's evolved from the apes there. Next steps of the humans was learning to use their hands effectively to make tools. That so from the apes, the apes evolved, and from the apes human beings appeared there. After the evaluations, changes started in their body structures. By the changes in their body structures, ape turned into the men there. So we, our ancestors were apes, or the monkeys were, they were our ancestor. Now hands, how human beings or the evolved man, how they began to use their hands successfully, that we have to study first of all. So they began to use their hands to make a tools. For what? Now what is the use of tools? For what purpose they use tools? For the huntings this. So from the first point now, from Homo habilis to the Homo sapiens, this point is there. In that, skilled humans, skill means one who has a knowledge, one who has a information, one who has a brain skill, that skilled humans there. The species of humans who could use their hands skillfully is known as a skilled humans. Now what is meant by skilled human? A species of the humans, species of the animals or the living human beings, primitive mans, who could use their hands, who could use their skills in a proper way, who could use their hands skillfully, is known as a skilled humans. What is meant by skilled human? Now to whom we have to call as a skilled human? uh, what are the species of men were there at the time, and the species of men, one who used their hands skillfully, they were called as a humans, skilled human, they were called as a skilled human. Now remember here, what is meant by skilled humans? The species of man who had used their hand skillfully were called as a skilled humans there. So they have the skills to use their hands successfully in a proper way. So one who use their hands to make the tools with their skill, one who use their hands skillfully, one who use their hands, such men were called as a skilled human. Skill, we have the skill to be understand, we have the skill to be draw, we have the skill to be learn, we have the skill to be write in good handwritings. So these are different skills are there. So they were called as a skilled human. The first evidence of this species was found into the border regions of the Tanzania and Kenya in the continent of Africa. So the first evidence of this skilled humans have been found in the border region between the Tanzania and Kenya. These are the countries in African continent, Tanzania and Kenya. So between the border region between the Tanzania and Kenya into the African continent, the first evidence of this species have been found in that regions there. The scientist Louis Leakey, who discovered this species, named it Homo habilis. And at that time, the scientist one who discovered this, the scient the scientist one who discovered this evidence, that scientist name was Louis Leakey. He discovered this, and he gave the name to this evidence or to the human beings as a Homo habilis, because beside their fossilized remain, he found some tools made by them. Why he gave the names as a Homo habilis there? Because when he got, or when he found evidence or the fossil structures remains of that humans there, so along with their fossils remains there, he found some of the tools made by them in that regions. So he gave them name as a Homo habilis there. In Latin, Homo means man. The meaning of the Homo in the Latin language, Latin means Greek language there. So the meaning of the word Homo in the Latin language, it is a man there, and habilis means one who use his hands successfully. The meaning of the habil, that is a person, one who uses his hands successfully, that person is called as a habilis there. So Homo habilis, it is a Latin word. Homo means man, habilis means one who use his hands successfully. So Homo habilis, man, one who use his hands successfully, also we can call them. Homo habilis could stand on 2 feet and walk that. So these animals, they can stand on the 2 feet and they can walk properly like a human beings there. They could stand on the 2 feet and they can walk like us. His spine was slightly bent and not quite erect. Spine means backbone. It was a quite little bit slightly, it is bent there, and he could not walk erect, or he could not stand straight there. Like we have seen that in during the in the animal bodies also, there are in apes bodies also, their spine cord or the backbone is a little bit bent there, they could not stand straight there, so it is a little bit bended there. So humans, they could not stand erectly, they could not stand straight, how we are standing straight, how we are sitting straight in present time. In the same way, they were not standing or sitting straight there, little bit bent, slightly bent into their back. So his brain was bigger than that of the apes. And what the brain is there of that man, Homo habilis man, brain of that Homo habilis man was quite little bit bigger than apes, little bit bigger than monkeys there. The brain of man was little bit, it was at that time bigger than apes there. Although his face and limbs were also somewhat similar to there, but along with that, the face structure of the humans and the hand structure of the humans is somewhat similar with the apes there. Means it was look like nearby same only with the apes there, their face structures and their hands. Here is the picture also, we can see the pictures there. So by seeing the pictures, we can see that their face and their hand structure is nearby little bit look like as a apes, look like as a monkey there. So this is the instructions of their body there. The next point, next paragraph there. The stone tools made by Homo habilis were not useful for hunting big animals. What are the stone tools were there at that time made by these Homo habilis killed humans? That stone tools were not that much successful, or they were not used to kill or to hunt animal there. They were not used for hunting there, because stone tools were small there. Because of that, they were unable to be used for hunting there, or they were not that much successful for hunting. They had limited uses of such as scrapping made from the skin of dead animals. So what purpose they use their tools there? They use their tools to scrap the skin, to scrap the for example its flesh of from the dead animal's body there. So that they were scrapping like in this way with their tools, they were scrapping skin, inside skins of the flesh from the dead body there, from the meat, from the skin of the dead animals, or breaking bones to get the marrow from it. Otherwise, what are the bones are there? They were using that tools to break that bones there, and what the marrow is there between the in their bones, that they were eating them. Marrow, it is parts there's in this bones there. It is most rich with the vitamins and the proteins there. So that part, for eating that part, they were using or breaking that. We can infer from this that Homo habilis was a fogger. So we can infer that, we can understand Homo habilis, he was a frogger, means he was eating the leftover food, and he was eating the uh, means died animals of skin body. They were taking like a thief. They were eating leftover food there and bringing from other side there. So they were called as a froger there. He ate the leftover of animals that had been hunted by other animals. So whatever the flesh is there, dead body is there, that he was eating, which was left over by another animal, that if someone or another animal hunted that and ate that animals, and what are the leftover bodies there, body what is there, that this Homo habilis he was using. So only he called as a froger that it is possible that he hunted the small animals and gathered eggs. It was only possible for him. What he was doing, that he was hunting the small animals and he was gathering the eggs, gathered the eggs from the forest regions from the different animals there. And also he collected wild fruits and the roots to eat from the forest. So in this way he was surviving there by eating the leftover food there. He survived and collecting the fruits and nuts from the forest regions of the area there. So this is the information about the Homo habilis, skilled human. Remaining informations about him we'll see in the next video. Okay, thank you, bye.